I originally decided to go into the academy because somebody came into our school and she explained to us that it was a great opportunity, and I've always wanted to be in the medical field. So she told us that we could study all these different professions, follow all these different nurses, doctors, nurse practitioners, just to find what we might like. I honestly just thought like, oh, we're just going to sit at like the nurse's desk and the nurses will go do their job. Cause I mean, all the rules like HIPAA are like, why could we not licensed high school students go see patients, help patients, etc. I started with just following a nurse up in the pediatric ward, and then I went to the physical therapy outpatient clinic across the street. I followed both a physical therapist and a physical therapist assistant, and one day they just had me switch to the speech therapist, and once I shadowed her for one day, I just went there for the next week. I originally wanted to be a pediatric nurse, but I quickly realized that that setting wasn't really for me. But following a speech therapist, I really realized that all these people can't really talk. And if I can be able to help them talk, that's just a huge part of what I want to do. I really loved working with the stroke patients just because that's such a life-altering event that happens to someone. And they went from can't speak, can't move, can't anything to back to their normal lives. So the speech therapist that I followed, I thought like speech therapy, you had to go in person, always like you can't get anything done. But she had a lot of telehealth calls, and that's something that I had no idea about. After further research, that's something that I'd be interested in if I needed to travel. Besides my current career path in speech pathology, it was really interesting to see the ER just because you saw so many different patients. I mean, emergent ones, non-emergent ones. When I first mentioned it to my parents, I've always been a kid that focuses on school during the year, but I work during the summer. And this, although it's not a paying job, obviously because you're not licensed in anything, it was absolutely worth it just because it saved me thousands of dollars later in the road when I'm deciding what I want to do for my career. It's kind of a fun fact to say, like, what's an icebreaker question? Like, oh, I got to follow nurses and doctors all summer, my junior year. Asking my other classmates, nobody's ever like followed people like this, only when you get to like clinical phases. So it's really interesting to do that at a high school level. Just do the academy. I mean, I would still be a pediatric nurse, and I probably would have dropped my major halfway through had I not done this.